Stay to the end of this video and I'm going to teach you how to survive the ice cream man. Hi, my name's Harry Reardon. Before we do anything, make sure you like and subscribe. If you saw the intro, listen, I'm going to make it a running bit. When we do a zombie or zombie adjacent film, I'm going to teach you a single method of how to survive, if it's possible. Listen, not a spoiler for the ice cream man that's coming up. Jason, I might not survive. Freddy, could go either way, right? Chucky, I'm kicking that little bastard into a fire, right? Just got done. There's a reason that Chucky only fights children exclusively. It's only in the later films when they switch to adults. But the ice cream man, I'm winning. I'm winning. Stick to the end. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Like, okay, first of all, let's get into, so films, fight and fitness, but this week there's not really much fighting or fitness. I've not for nothing, but just between work, timing, commitments, there isn't all overly too much. So we're just going to sort of breeze past that. Although we can throw down in the comments, I don't mind. I've actually been getting a lot less grief from the shorts as well, which means I need to step up my game. All right, so first of all, we have Ted Lasso back for season 4, which is absolutely brilliant. Side note, from the same creators as Ted Lasso, I've been watching Shrinking, and I don't know why it's taken me so long. That series is incredible, but we're not here to talk about that. If you have seen Shrinking, let me know what you think. We're here to talk about Ted Lasso. So Ted Lasso is back. He's gone back to America to spend more time with his wife and his kids. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if he's with his wife. That wasn't too clear to me. But she's there regardless. Obviously, his old manager, I'm really struggling. It's been a long day. They turn up and they want him to come back and teach the ladies team, which was hinted at the end of the last series, obviously, but they weren't too sure if they were going to do this series or not, which is why there's a few people that aren't coming back. And do you know what? I like that they're switching to the 1 a week model. I fucking hate it. I really do hate it because I want the whole series. I'm being selfish, straight up. But it's not overly, it's not really too much. It's the first episode. We're just sort of warming up, getting reintroduced to these characters, to this world. But I love it. This series is something that promotes sort of like kindness and empathy in such a unique way. This show just makes me feel good, and I'm so glad that it's back. That, you know, I don't have too much overly to say on this. It's not like Spartacus. It's not like the Avengers. There's not too much that happens. They go over to get him. He ruminates on it. And then ultimately, we knew he was going to, and that's fine. But it's just good to see him back. And it's that sort of show that, you know, it's like hanging out with old friends, isn't it? All right, so let's get into this, okay? So I got asked to review this, okay? And I'm not going to do a full play-by-play. I'm not even going to tell you what the plot is, frankly, because I couldn't tell you. So it's a group of friends. They're in Thailand. It takes 23 minutes, by the way, before they make a blowjob joke. Which is a lot less time than it's going to take me. And it took me when I found out what this was called. What is this film about? It's a shark. It's a shark. The shark's pissed off. It's mad. Okay, so I have multiple issues with this film. So Lena Condor plays Max. Catherine Newton is Sarah, right? But you're meant to, from the get-go, you're meant to be off-put by Max because she's brash. She's forward. She takes charge. But I like Lena Condor. I think she's a good actress. I think she's good in everything I've seen her in. And even as she's this sturdy, like, I'm going to take charge sort of person, I kind of liked it. It's better than a group that you're with that's like, oh no, we can't all make decisions. But the rest of the group, okay, so start with the diving instructor. When they're going through the cave, first off, right, we know it's going to be a shark film. And I'm going to do mild spoilers because this film fucking sucks. There's rotting fish bits as they're going through. And he's just like, oh, yeah, no, you're cool. Yeah, that's normal, perfectly normal to see floating dead fish on your way through. And fucking Greg, right? I've got in my notes here. I've never cared about anyone less than Greg. I couldn't tell you who Greg was. I can't remember. I think he's the one that says, I'm safe, I'm special, I am me. Fucking, if that was me, I would let the shark eat me after to listen to that bullshit. This film is, and I couldn't tell you what happened for the rest of it, because it was so dark. I had to turn my brightness up to like 70, in which case it's just like, you're just getting blinds like this fucking thing. There's even the kills. The problem with shark films, right? Jaws did it right. Jaws lets you see the munching happen. This film was so fucking dark, and I think it's because they didn't have the budget or the creativity to do anything other than have the shark grab someone and just put them somewhere else. The best kill in this film isn't even the fucking shark. It's someone who dies to the elements because he goes under and stuff happens and he gets stuck and he drowns to death. Horrifying, right? Horrifying. Yeah, the fucking diving instructor, right? Yeah, this is a good idea. It's just dead fish. You'll be completely fine. This is definitely nothing not out of the ordinary. No. Turn the fuck round and go on. And then he just pisses off. He just goes, oh, well, you guys can't make a decision. I'm going. I'm just going to leave 5 strangers who presumably have paid insurance, by the way, out in the middle of fucking nowhere, someone called Devil's Mouth, and I'll just let you find your own way home. I'm sure nothing bad could happen if 5 bodies wash up, or I have to come back out here with another group in an hour. Oh, who are they? Oh, I just left them behind because I'm unprofessional and fucking stupid. I'm glad he got killed by that shark. What a dumb fucking cut. Right, anyway. This fucking film. And again, as for the rest of it, by the way, right, going forward, okay, because there's not really much else that happens. We're going to go up onto safety. No, we're not going to go up onto safety. We're going to jump into the water. No, we're going to go back into safety. No, okay. But then I couldn't fucking tell the rest because it's so dark, right? Dumb decisions after dumb decisions. And horror films generally you have to have dumb decisions. The Ice Cream Man is going to be a perfect example of that, right? Where, because God forbid you write a smart character working against a complex situation, right? It's a fucking ton of fish with razor sharp teeth that's killed like 17 people. How about we find a unique or interesting way of dealing with the situation rather than just, oh, I'm going to dip my feet in. Why, right? Fucking stupid. And then they want you to, so Max is near the end. Max is one of the survivors. She's really scared. She panics and she goes, I'm going to go for the exit, right? That is a rational, logical thought, right? I can see it. It's right fucking there. The other part, going through a tunnel, they collapse down into water, so the rest of them all jump in to go and save her. And at no point do they just think, well, actually, it's a little hole, but if we go back up, we can just edge our way back through. No. Instead, we're going to go in with the shark, right? Because nothing could go wrong with that. It hasn't killed fucking everyone so far. By the way, no point do they make any effort to explain, right? The shark's just a dick, apparently, just going out of his way to cause carnage. But her fear is logical and it makes sense because you can see, like, I get it. And the film, the entire premise is like, you shouldn't like her because she's brash, or you shouldn't like her because she's mouthy, or you shouldn't. Actually, she's the only one in this with some fucking common sense and the balls to take charge because the diving instructor didn't. Fucking Greg didn't. Who is Greg? I cannot remember. Right? And I couldn't fucking tell you put him out of a lineup because the film was so fucking dumb. This atrocious. Do you know what's annoying? Right? This got recommended to me by my mum. Right? She doesn't realise this now. She wasn't going in a home. If I was going to pick it, I'm not going to be mean to her because she's actually alright. Kind of like my mum. She's cool. And then, okay, so because the film's called Devil's Mouth, they can't logically go anywhere else. They can't carry on through the tunnel. They can't go out to the ocean. They can't do this. They can't do that. I'm going to spoil the fuck out of it because this film's dog shit, right? She hangs off of a thing. Shark comes in. She goes, do it again, right? Goes out, comes back, smushes the shark. She falls into the water. Rock hits her. You go, oh, she must be dead. Oh no, what a shame. Okay, she just floats to the top. Everything's fine. Head wound's gone. Doesn't even matter. Excellent. She survived. Great. Fucking amazing. Then, in her injured state from being stung and bit and crashing and slashing and being here and being there, she's getting all scraped up. She climbs 50 fucking feet up the side of a rock face, right? Gets into this cavern bit, stands out, sees the ocean, screams, ah, I've survived. Camera pans out, right? It's about 200-foot drop. You can't go back the way you came because it took you long enough to climb up with your injured fucking state. I was going to say legs, but every single part of her body is covered in scratches, bruises, cuts, everything, right? She can't go back and she can't go forward, so she's fucking dead anyway. I would rather swim in the devil's mouth covered in a Lady Gaga's meat suit, the one she wore to the BAFTAs, not, that sounded weird, and play fucking Uno with the shark, right? And take the risk than watch this film again. Absolute. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so mad. And we haven't even got to the fucking ice cream man yet. Jesus Christ, right. Fuck Devil's Mouth. We're done with it. We're never going back to that again, right? I might do. Get me a tequila, I'll go back to it. Ice cream man, okay. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on with films this week. I feel like we had Spider-Man, and then we just went, let's just release, right? At least Devil's Mouth had the fucking gall and the brain cells to go, at least we'll release on streaming. The Ice Cream Man, Eli Roth thought, nah, the cinemas need to see this. I feel like Eli Roth was drunk, but not like a good kind of drunk. You know, like a sad drunk with mascara, right? And he was watching Weapons, and he went, how can I make the last 3 minutes last an hour and a half in the cinema and then take away all of the suspense? Okay, so suburban town, they're all playing baseball. One of the kids is fat and he's a bully, which I always hate in films, because if you're a bully and you're fat, like, somebody would point it out and go, listen, mate, do some star jumps, come back, all right? You can't bully anyone. I'm being mean to it's not the actor's fault, right? He's great. Admittedly, in this film, the kid actors are the best thing. They look like they're having a fucking blast. They look like they're having the best time. And I'm not going to fault that at all. It's not their fault. So, Ice Cream Man rolls into town. Gives them all ice cream, of course. Apart from a few kids that are lactose intolerant. And then they just start killing people. Okay, fair enough, right? Now, the first kill in this film, the mum wakes up in bed, okay? It's the first kill, it doesn't even matter. Kid's there, and the mum's like, what's going on? She doesn't give a shit. And the kid, right, just starts going, and the dad wakes up, what's going on? And at no point does she put her hands out to stop said head cutting happen. Because the logic would be to go, oh, maybe you're 5 years old. I'm just going to hold this here, stop it. No, they don't. Because why would... Not a single adult in this entire film defends themselves, by the way. Not a single one. There is a scene, right, where an adult walks into a crowd of kids, right? There's bodies on the floor. The kids are dropping bricks off the roof, and the adult goes, splat, splat, splat. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think they were Play-Doh? This film is a series of, admittedly, interesting kills. I'm not going to lie, there's kills. There's kills that make you go, oh, that's funny, or skipping with intestines or whatever. We've all been there after a few too many kilos and a bad day. It happens. But the majority of the film is a series of, we have to escape from the kids into one room. Okay, we're locked in. How do we get out? Kids are banging on the door. Okay, we escape this room, now we're into another room. How do we get out? That's the majority of this film. And there's a young actor in this, young lad, teenager, who's incredible. He's genuinely quite funny, and the kid actors do a really good job. They do, but the problem is, at no point is there any... I don't know who this film's for. I don't know what the point of this film is for. There's no suspense, because no one at any point throughout the entire film tries to fight back against any of these kids. It's just a fucking slaughter. You've seen the beginning. You've seen the end. I'm going to show you how to survive this shit. They're five-year-old kids. If I was in this film, right, if I woke up, listen, I'm... and they're like, oh my God, have you seen outside? There's loads of 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds. They're killing people. They're attacking. I'm going to turn into fucking John Wick. I'm going to be the boogeyman. I'm going to be throwing elbows, kung fu chops. They weigh 40 pounds. At no point does an adult just go, stop it, and just hold them up. Like, what are we doing? There's a really great scene at the beginning, and this is the part I like, with the main family sitting around the dinner table, and the conversation feels really organic. Like, it flows. It's really nice, and you go, oh, okay, this is actually, I like these guys. But then the parents piss off. They're done. They're gone. They're out. One of them's played by Eli Roth, I think. And I feel like he needs a co-creator, because he's got an interesting idea or concept, and he's genuinely good in the very, very brief moments he's in this film. But other than that, it's just, like I said, it's just a series of one room to the next, to the next, to the next. There's no real plot development. Eventually you kind of find out why the ice cream man's doing what he's doing, but you don't really care because no one's able to fight back. And frankly, there's no one in this film other than the three main kids, I guess, that are even half likable that you want them to survive. So when everything's getting slaughtered and no one fights back, you just assume they didn't want to survive in the first place. Do you know what? Okay, so the ending of this film is the best way I'm going to describe this, okay? You've gone on a date with a lady, right? And it's going great. It's going okay. It's not going good, right? And she says, I'm not going to sleep with you. And you go, okay, cool. Consent is key, obviously. But she says, but I'm going to give you a no eye contact hand job to make up for it. You go, it's not what I came for, but let's get this cracking, right? And then, right, when you're at the good point, right? Vinegar strokes, I shouldn't have called it that, right? She just gets up and walks out. And you go, okay, that happened. That's the best way I can describe this film. It's just a no eye contact hand job with there's no finish. There's no release. There's nothing. You just go, oh, cool. And then you just pull up your pants and leave the cinema. There's a better way of describing that. Okay, we're just going to skim past that. I need a good film to wash the abysmal whatever the fuck is from the last two films. I don't have the words. I don't. But anyway, here's How to Survive the Ice Cream Man in 2 seconds. Bosh, there you go. How easy was that? Fantastic. Right. Okay, next week we've got a couple of mystery movies, so hopefully one of them is better. If not, I'm going to go play in traffic. So it's been Sunday Spar. It's been a pleasure. It's been super fun. And I shall see you guys next week. Take care.